comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail. Hippity hoppity, Easter's on its way, bringing every girl and boy baskets full of Easter joy, things to make your Easter bright and gay. He's got jelly beans for Tommy, colored eggs for Sister Sue. There's an orchid for your mommy, and Happy Easter, everybody, or almost. We're getting there, so I thought I would dress up a little bit for the Easter time frame. I got my bunny hat, and I'll be wearing it probably next week, too. How about that? Hope everybody's doing good and so forth. It is a pink sky out tonight, too. That's right. So, anyways, hope everybody's doing good. And I don't see many people tonight, but that's okay. A lot of people are starting to go on vacations, spring break and all that. So, but that is okay. Other than that, really, for the Tannat Show every Thursday for 10 minutes, or less, or more sometimes. But most of the time I'll be live, as you know. So I hope everybody's doing good. Kind of a nice day today. The weather's up and down and up and down. Hey, Greg, up and down, man. This weather's been all over the place. All over the place. God, it's crazy. But anyways, other than that, that is really it. I'm trying to think. Oh, this weekend we have the Movadra comparison, a member event Saturday. The Movadra event will be really good. I like that because not many people, as you know, grew up with Movadra. Not many people. So it'll be really nice. I got some good ones to compare it to from France and from Spain and from California. So it'll be good comparison of Movadra. Other than that, that's kind of it for this weekend and stuff. So related to the book that I'm writing, the seller's bestseller, and I had someone who's helping me with that. I was with them last weekend a little bit, kind of pushing me along a little bit more and a little bit more. So sometime it will be out. Anyways, I love Movadra. Yeah, we have the Movadra now. I don't even know if you've had any of my Movadra, actually, Karen. I released it. I released it at the member holiday party. If anybody has had the Movadra, please comment to Karen about that because they're in Florida. Oh, you do have some. Good. Okay, good. All right, just checking. Wasn't sure. So the book's bestseller thing. So we had it terrific. Thank you, Rich. How's your shoulder doing, by the way? How's your shoulder? Better? I hope. Shoulder better, Rich? I hope. Anyways, no comment. Slow recovery. Yeah, I bet it is. Yeah, I hear that. Anyways. So, I don't normally talk about, the things that happen to the winery. I do, but things that happen at the winery, good, bad, in between, that goes into the book whenever I'm done with the winery. But this one was kind of one that I normally don't do. And it came up because people mentioned it to me and my staff and stuff like that. I don't normally look, they said 6 months ago. Ugh, that stinks. I normally don't care about reviews. I don't care about, what people write or not. You know what I mean? I really don't. I don't look anymore after 20 years of it. Some aren't kind, some are weird, some don't justify itself. So I really don't look. But these last couple weeks have been very interesting. People have really put some really lengthy ones on there. And one particularly that we really didn't know the people. Actually, we do know the people. Rich, he drives the same car you do. And he came in Sunday with his wife, I believe. He works with you now. And you said go to Chateau O'Brien. And they came. They didn't become members yet, but they plan on it. And she is very, as I'm told, connected with the wine world, and she comments a lot yes, I believe. And and my staff, Lisa, did their tasting. I greeted them and talked to them for a little bit. But Lisa did the tasting. If you haven't met Lisa, she's newer and she's very good. And so she did the tasting with them. And this woman apparently blogs a lot and writes a lot for the Virginia wine industry or in general, and particularly put a very lengthy on Virginia Wine Lover, which is the biggest blogger site for Virginia wineries. And she put a very nice, kind thing in about old school tastings that Chateau O'Brien does, which very few wineries do in the state of Virginia. Now, however, some have commented after that and saying they're doing it, but to what level, I don't know. But she really highlighted us, and people were responding about a few other ones that do tastings, educational tastings. We're not about the masses. We spend time with everybody, whether it's a walk-in tasting, whether it's a reserve tasting or a private cellar tasting, and we do that all the time. So we didn't do anything special for her or him. We really didn't know. I didn't know that they came from Rich or anybody at that point until after their tasting. And so we really, and the article or the response was really good. I did read it. I normally don't. And the responses that people were saying, other wineries saying we do it. There's not that many that do the old school walk-in tastings. There's a lot of different variations after COVID. And then the week before, the same thing. 7 different people wrote stuff, or 5. And normally I don't look, but my staff shows them to me once in a while, or Judy. I don't really look at them, but I do like that one because that's really what Chateau O'Brien's about. We like to educate. We like to be personal. We like to spend time with our clients, and we try to achieve that all the time. And that was a good article of somebody writing that to the community that is pretty, it's a big, huge community for the Virginia wine lovers. And, that site or the Facebook page and whatever sites, other forms of social media they are on. But it's mainly it's a lot of it's Facebook. And they've been around a long time, one of the originals. So that was really nice to see. I really enjoyed that. So anyways, the new Tannat Rosé will be released this weekend, and it's a member event on Saturday. And so it is about the same color, maybe a hint darker. It is the new 2025, the first one. And that's normally what we do with rosés and white wine. We don't hold them like we do all our reds. So very crisp and clean. And we'll have the North Point Rosé as well. But this is the Tannat Rosé. Perfect for Easter. It is a real pretty color. It is dark, though. I mean, if you look at the bottle, yeah, I mean, it's the darkest rosé, or one of them you're going to see. It lightens up in here. Really nice. A lot of character, a lot of rose petal coming out. We'll change. Yeah, a lot of rose petal right away. Yeah, very crispy, clean, 0 residual sugar. Very nice. Signature Regal glass and holds a full bottle. Okay, so that is tonight. Now the competition for tonight, and you will get a bottle of Tannat Rosé. You will get a bottle of Tannat Rosé. What it is that it will be a bottle of Tannat Rosé. The competition is this. We are in the threshold, or the midstream, or heavy duty, into the vineyard of pruning. Now, whoever guesses the right, if they get the right answer, they get the bottle of Tannat Rosé. The first thing, you guessed this, the competition is this. The first thing that happens to the vines when we know that they're getting closer to the time that their buds will swell and then they'll flower. What is the first signs that we see? And we're in there right now, probably a week ago. something happens with the vine to tells everybody. Nope. It's before, yes, bleed. They basically bleed, and we call it the blood running through the veins. And it's the sap that starts moving through the vine. So when you cut them or you prune them, you'll see the sap coming out of the end of it and drip. It will drip, and that's what's happening a lot right now. They're moving. They're telling us it's going to be time soon. It could slow down if it gets a little colder, but we're on pace for the normal April and for bud break. And some varietals will be a little bit earlier. Some will be a little bit later. But it's really about the weather at this point. Like being hotter, it moves them a little quicker. Being cooler at night, it slows them down a little bit, and that's what we like to see. We don't want them too early because then if the leaves come out and it frosts, it's not a good thing, actually. Not a good thing. So that is for tonight. The good guys, bleed. Yeah, you could say the water was, the sap was moving, the bleeding, but it is bleed, we call it, or the sap running through the veins or what have you. But the bleed would be the appropriate one, and that was right accurate. So good job. Good job. Anyways, I was going to say Happy Easter, but not yet. But if you're not on next week, Happy Easter. And if I don't see you before then, Happy Easter. Anyways, everybody, God bless and drink tonight. Honey. Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail. Hippity hoppity, happy Easter day. Bye-bye. Here comes